Hello to another Alpha Strike We Play video. How are you, Tarron?
I'm good, buddy. How the hell are you?
Good, buddy.
Good stuff.
We've been looking at some of these comments, eh?
Yes, we have. You're all weird. No, that's not true. We just thought we'd have a look and like answer a few questions. I mean, technically, Alpha Strike is going through and answering stuff as often as possible.
Yeah.
Good with that, man.
Yeah,
well done, you. Yeah.
But there's some good, actually some really good comments and things like that. We just wanted to sort of talk a little bit more about
out. Yep. Yeah. So I think our first one is the fact that, is it Jacko?
Jacko.
He pointed out quite rightly the problems with one of our videos. I think we were doing elevation.
Yeah.
And we buggered it up. So technically the commando wouldn't have been able to be seen because he was out of line of sight. So we're doing a video on line of sight, and that's coming up soon.
Very soon.
Wait, I'll look to our editing director.
Yeah.
Is that coming soon? Right. Okay, that's coming soon.
That's good.
Yeah, so thanks very much for that. Well done, you. And yeah, we are doing a whole video on that bit. What else?
What else we got here?
What else we got? Oh, criticals.
Actually, yeah.
Mentioned criticals. Mihalo?
Yep. So it's about rolling critical hits, and if you get a location that says roll again, do you roll everything again? So if you've got torso locations, which has a top 6 and a bottom 6, obviously if there's nothing in a location, following the rules you transfer in, but if there's say 2 items there only on the top 6 or whatever, you know, but you're rolling and roll again. Yes. The answer is yes, you do. So yes,
you keep rolling, because basically you've already gone through all the randomness and crud that means you get to blow something up. This is just you figuring out what it is. So yeah, if you miss with the first one, you're doing a top and a bottom. You roll your top and your bottom, and it comes up roll again. You roll again. You do a top and a bottom again. You keep going until you actually hit something.
Yeah. So if you've just got 2 things in one location or whatever, just, you know, you can be creative and just do 50-50, like 1 to 3 is the top one, and you know, just to speed things up.
There's no reason you can't muck it around a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah. Technically, you keep rolling until you get something.
Yeah.
Like I said, that's just to show the fact that you've gone through all of the randomness to get to actually damaging something. And yeah, this is just you figuring out what you've damaged, and it's fun.
Yeah. It's yet to find out exactly what happens to your mech.
When you find out it's an engine hit or a gyro hit, you're going,
yeah. So once it gets to the center torso and things like that, it gets quite interesting. But I mean, it's important to sort of, like, if there's ammunition as a location, you want to make sure you do it right. As long as your opponent understands what's going on and you work something out that's fair, just to speed things up.
That's something that I was going to mention, because there's one there that somebody was asking if we'd come up with one of the scenarios ourselves, and yeah, we did. It took like 20 minutes of us arguing about stuff. But one of the things I was going to mention is that if you are making your own scenarios, if you are playing these games and it seems a little complicated and you want to have house rules, make sure everybody knows your house rules. Make sure everybody who's playing in your group knows that if you get a roll again, or if you've only got 2 locations, then you roll a 50-50. Okay, so as long as everybody's cool with it and everybody understands it, then there's no problems. Even if it goes against the actual rules, it's not that big a deal. You guys are having fun. You're playing your game. Just make sure everybody understands it, because otherwise you get arguments about which way it goes and all that sort of stuff. So, but yeah, that was a little aside. Soz. Back to the plan. Right.
Actually, we are talking about the scenarios. That death race one we did was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like designing custom scenarios.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned doing that on urban maps. Did you see that on the urban maps?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Do that. Film it. I think we might have to, actually.
Yeah.
But that would be like skidding out. It would be all sorts of problems. And if you give everything a basement, like a level 2 basement, yeah, that would be hilarious. I reckon that'd be fun.
That Halloween one was good too, actually.
The Halloween one,
we had some comments about that. That was good.
Yeah. Some really good ones. Was it Litany Against Fear? Yeah, he mentioned they mentioned SPAs, the Bloodstalker and the Demoralizer. I'm not entirely sure what they do because I haven't got the actual books, but given a bit of a thing there. But I want to get into the quirks and the SPAs and stuff like that for some of the scenarios, because I think some of them are going to get a bit interesting. I've seen some of the quirks. You can look some of the quirks up on like Sana and that, they come up.
It's quite interesting to give a mech a bit of flavour. You know, it's not just the same old.
Yeah.
If you're quite sort of versed in the rules and you want to sort of play with something else, try something a bit different, then that offers you a wealth of options. It's really cool.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? I mean, if your group you've gotten the hang of the beginner BattleTech and you're looking to branch out and do something more interesting, then as long as everybody knows how many quirk points or SPAs or whatever you're allowed to have, go for it. See what combos you come up with.
Yeah.
I've seen a few cool ones. There's one that you can get that makes your mech look scary and stuff like that. It's really interesting.
I think lots of big guns would just make it scary.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's 90 foot of metal and weaponry with like, I'm terrified already, but there you go. Somebody else, Jay Martin, mentioned a combo of Innisphere Recon Lance versus a Timberwolf. That was pretty cool. Oh, that would work out quite well. The game we played, the 4 mechs that we had, so 3 commandos and the hatchet man, that was actually pretty close to battle value. Balanced. So by battle value, those 3 basic pilots in the light mechs, pretty much, I think it was about 100 or something points out. I'm not sure. But it was pretty close. We worked it out on the day, and it was pretty close. So 1 elite pilot in a hatchet man was pretty close to those 3 standard pilots in light mechs. So you could do that. You could try keeping it roughly battle value balanced, or you could just go nuts. I mean, why not?
With that new Clan Invasion box set that's coming up, you'll be able to do that scenario actually, because there's a Timberwolf.
Oh yeah, there's a Timberwolf in there, yeah. Yeah, that's getting delivered soon.
Yeah. So Alpha Strike does actually have that, like we were getting some of that stock in. A lot of it, unfortunately, has been pre-sold out. Yeah. We knew it was going to be popular, but it's a bit crazy.
It's been really popular.
Yeah. So for those of you who've pre-ordered and things like that, that will be coming in soon, and we'll get that out to you. We will be looking at getting some more stock through our normal distributors when they get their stock in. So hopefully that'll be pretty quick. The Clan Invasion box set will have the retail cover on it, which will be the Timberwolf, which is probably the most popular mech design in history of the game. And it is pretty sexy looking.
It's awesome. Yeah. I don't know. I go for some others, but the Timberwolf is pretty cool.
Yeah. But we'll definitely do some unboxing of that stuff when it comes in. I know there's a bit of it sort of going around on the net, but we want to have a look at it in our hands ourselves and really sort of break it down and have a look at the quality of the mechs and things like that, and just have a close look at all the little bits and pieces you get in them. And just,
yeah, I got those 2 statuette things coming to me, and the what class of dropship was it? Was it an Overlord or
Fortress?
Fortress. Yeah, Fortress dropship model.
It's got a long tom on its nose, eh?
Nice. Gotta love that.
Never hurts to have some artillery while you landed.
Bloody oath. Artillery is king.
It is king.
But yeah, you could take scenarios and you can mix them all up. I wouldn't mind doing the quad stuff when we eventually do quads. And I was thinking like a pack of quads chasing a normal mech. But you mentioned Fenrir's, which is a battle armor.
Yeah.
Which are a quad battle armor, aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think they weren't introduced until like 3060-ish era.
Yeah,
so it's further on.
Fenrir.
But yeah, well, you know.
So maybe we'll do one with like a pack of them chasing somebody through the woods or something. That could be kind of fun.
That's one of the things I really like about BattleTech, because you've got the different eras. You know, if you don't like playing clans, then just play the early Succession War stuff. Don't worry about
anything
it.
before 3050
and
you're okay.
It's really cool.
You can set up an entire campaign. You can set up an entire set of scenarios that only deal with specific era technology, or You can have it so it's only clan technology, or you can have it so it's only Innisphere technology. You can do whatever you want. Like I say, make sure everybody knows what they're expected to do before you start playing it. Make sure the group that you're getting into your scenario, your campaign, your whatever, knows what your rules are, what your force building rules are, and let them go for it. See what happens. That's the way.
So what else we got? TXC Boy 36.
Cause reasons.
Because reasons, why not? Because everything else was taken.
Yeah,
it's usually how it goes, isn't it?
There'll be a reason behind it.
They asked, where do you get more record sheets from?
Yes.
So Catalyst Games Labs has like all the record sheets from Game of Armored Combat box set. You can download those as a PDF so you can print them out.
Yep.
But there's all the other designs as well that you want to get your hands on. So Alpha Strike does actually sell some of those in a printed form.
Yep. So you can get a tech readout, or you can get an actual record sheet book.
The record sheet books, yep.
Yeah, and most of them are linked to a tech readout. So
they are, which is quite
pretty
handy.
cool.
So it's nice to have, so you can get the technical readout book and read the fluff and things like that, and then you've got the record sheets in a separate book that you
just photocopy them, scan them in, whatever you want to do, but laminate.
Yeah, oh, definitely laminate's definitely the way to go. But you can actually get all those as PDFs. You can buy them. Just if you go to the Catalyst Games Labs website, you'll be able to see.
They'll have links to various bits and pieces.
Yeah. Solaris Skunk Works is, I don't know how official it's been out forever.
Yeah.
And like we use it, and you can print out record sheets that way.
Yeah. They're pretty good. If they're not official, they should look at getting to be official, because they're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, with the options for apps and things these days, I mean, seriously, you can come up with something really, really cool. I guess it's just time.
It's like a Java database thing that you go through, and you can search it. You can set up filter things like weight classes between and all that sort of thing, even tech levels and dates.
Yeah, true.
So it's pretty good.
But if you buy the official PDFs, then that money is going to supporting the company that makes the game.
That's
and
the thing.
Support the game so they can do more.
Do it however you like, but make sure you're supporting the game, because otherwise they stop making it.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
What do we got? We got Dwarf Elvish Diplomacy, which is apparently a name and not a concept.
One day.
It's playing your first game, which is kind of cool, but asked if we'd show our record sheet sometimes. And yes, it would be helpful. Yeah. We're working on it. You have to talk to the editing department. We're working on better visuals, so we're operating just with what we have at the moment. We might try taking a few photos of the record sheets at set times, so if you see us mucking around with phones and cameras and stuff while we're playing the game, just ignore us and wait for it to start again.
Yeah, that'd be the way to go. So that's our bad, we'll fix it.
Yeah, we'll figure it out eventually anyway, because we know it'd help, but it's not always easy to do. So unfortunately, glad you enjoyed it, but we'll try and figure something out so you can see it properly. Yeah.
Could be good. Then we know who's cheating, don't we?
It's you. It's always
me.
You can't possibly win that often and not be cheating. I think that was basically. Oh no, we got.
Was there one more? I think there
Land
was.
MX.
Yes,
that was
that's
it.
Right.
Somebody mentioned Land MX, and yes, we want to do Land MX.
Was it Silabender, who's a new subscriber to us? So yeah, apparently a big fan of Robotech.
Yeah, because they had that.
And stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch Robotech all the time, but they had that big problem with Catalyst and all that with the minis being too close to each other and stuff.
I think that's been sorted now, which is good. So everyone can move on and
now.
Get on with what needs doing and
but
stuff.
Yeah, the Land MX were very, very cool back in the day, but the rules are a wee bit complex.
Yeah,
so
changes a lot.
We're going to be like researching, working on it, because I don't want to look any bigger of an idiot than I already am.
Well, we still haven't moved on to like vehicles and aerospace and sort of things. So
you have to give us some time on
content. But yeah, I do definitely want to have a look at them, because from a tactical perspective, they are quite interesting.
And if we're going to do land air battle mechs, then we may as well do the quad Vs as well, because the quad Vs are also a thing. So you can go from quad mech to tracked vehicle, which is kind of cool. It's like a land air mech, but you don't fly, you just turn into a vehicle.
As a big fan of Clan Hell's horses,
yep,
I am excited to look into those.
So
sure.
We'll be doing videos hopefully on both of those things, probably not at once because they're very different concepts. But yeah, that'll take a little longer, and we've got a lot of stuff to go through until then, but it has been noted. I think that's it.
I think that's it for
I
now.
think we'll go. I don't think I have to turn any more of these, but I'm going to do it.
But I'm liking these comments. It's really good.
Yeah,
It's
keep it up,
it's helped
guys.
us a lot too. Actually, it's really good. So yeah, keep going with that.
We might do a few more scenarios. We might do a little video on how we come up with the scenarios if you feel like it. But let us know in the comments below this one of what you want to see us do, and apart from
try.
Dance like monkeys or anything, reasonable things we can do, and we'll get onto it. All good?
I think that's it, mate.
All good.